You're watching YLN TV.
And about Randy David too?
Yeah, we were talking about the importance of secrecy. We need to protect the grand jury. But the other side of the coin, we need to protect our people. And our people, when they are put in jail without the knowing of the people, that is not secrecy. We need to bring that to the light. It's our duty to denounce when our people are being put in jail without the sentence of the grand jury. And then we need to bring justice. We need to tell the truth. We need to show the documents why he was put in jail, why they breached the civil rights that he has. And that is no secret. We need to bring that to the public, to bring justice and to shame those authorities that are abusing their power. Why they can have one person without documents.
And that's going to lead me to my next question. We just got word tonight that one of the people that we know has been searching around for information on Randy and has been requesting the marshals, and I don't know who else, but the court system for just some basic information as to where he's at, what his health status is. And what was the result of that conversation?
That was crazy. The people were telling, this officer was telling, assuming that he was guilty, that he had committed a crime, and they don't have no documents to stand for that. And that don't make sense. How come one person working for the government don't look among their peers and say, wait a minute, it's my duty as a member of the government to make sure that I'm not collaborating in the crime,
Didn't we find, when we were over in Omaha, a curious circumstance that ties in with this? When we went there and you asked for all the documentation from the sheriff's department on his status there, any paperwork having to do with him in their jail?
Yeah, and that's part of the evidence that we have brought in the document that we filed today, and it's public for all the people to see. They can go
where
these 55 pages just to the last page.
Where can they see that at? On
exhibit number 10. You can see this in the website Scan Retina, for example.
ScannedRetina.com?
Exactly.
Okay.
There they can see all the documents, and they can look at any reference of Randall David Dude, or maybe the grand jury, the common law grand jury. Maybe they name it by my name, Joaquin DeMoreta, and they can see the reference. But there you can see the document. Amazingly, they charge us $10.
Yeah. And
they wrote that they don't have no information, no records about Randall David Dude, and he was incarcerated. And we spoke with the marshal, Bill Beating, who then I asked to speak with him. And I informed him right on the spot that was a crime against the Constitution, crimes of obstruction of justice, of investigation of the common law grand jury. And since they think that they cannot be held accountable, but we are holding them accountable.
They are acting with impunity right now. It's one of the most incredible things that I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the public is amazed. How come nobody stands for justice, for our civil rights? But they are very glad. They meet us, and the grand jury is coming, and that your live network TV is reporting. They are very encouraged, and you and I, we have been both together in this investigation, and I can see how they praise the work that you are doing and that we are doing for our liberty, for our children, for our posterity. We are doing it for them.
And for some reason, a large segment of the population just seems to look upon those that are fighting for freedom and justice as some sort of kooks, some sort of wackos, right-wing extremists. And I'll go further than that. When, I don't know if you saw it or not, but recently I was looking through a report that was sent to me about the FBI and their training manual. And in their training manual, they were talking about domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
One of the things that they mentioned in that manual was their opinion, and I will say it is their opinion, that anybody involved in a grand jury and or a sovereign citizen must fall under that heading as a domestic terrorist. Who are they to tell Americans that when America tells them that they're out of control, that they can just ignore America, that there is no redress and they can do whatever that it is that they want? Joaquin, something is terribly wrong.
Tyranny, Carl. Tyranny, a union with arrogance.
Yeah.
You know, what you are saying is corroborated here by reports from a lieutenant police saying that we are terrorists, you know, that we are believers, that we follow the Bible. Well, where are we? How come you dare to tell to the people, we the people, that we are terrorists? Those who trust in you and gave you that opportunity to stand and to protect us. And you are turning around to bite the hand that feeds you?
Yeah.
Well,
it is incredible.
Hand, if this hand is the hand of justice, and you try to bite the hand, just by justice need to show you that we the people, we are in charge, that we have not lost power, that we are coming together, and when we join together, there is our force. And that's why our founding fathers decided to have the 25 grand jury. There is the force, the surety of peace, the final word.
It would appear as if the powers that be, the FBI's, all of the alphabet agencies, the people within the 10 square we call Washington, D.C., those that think that they are the power, have equated the inaction and what is actually patience on the part of America as their unwillingness to restore that which has been taken from them. And you feel like, and have been able to demonstrate right here in this state, that that is anything but true. They may be godly, they may be freedom-loving, they may be part of the grand juries, but what they are not is criminal terrorists. The only terrorists we have left, as you know right now, are the ones that are holding Randy Dew hostage with no charges. I mean, there are charges against him, but we cannot get them to give him a speedy trial. They will just bus him around here and there. What do they call that term when they bus people around in the prison system?
I believe I heard something like diesel.
Dieseling, yeah. I never heard that before today.
You learn every day something new.
Yeah, you do. You do.
But it is amazing that for a week we cannot contact him, and we demand it by phone, and we contact the authorities, and they got like. I will not allow to do that to a grand jury investigation. Are you an officer in charge, and you dare to defy the superior authority, which is we the people?
What part of that, in any way, shape, or form, complies with their oath of office? Can you think of any?
That's the wisdom of our founding fathers. Look, I have the contract here, all right, and you are my employee. I has one people or with the people, and your boss. If you want to work for me, you are going to sign one document, which we will call the oath you will take and you will swear that you will defend this Constitution. And now you're turning around after you sign it and said, I don't care, it's too old. To me, that is not that perjury, Carl.
That is not only perjury, it is impunity. These people who do not think that they are in any way answerable to the American public are going to soon find that they are most definitely answerable, and in a big way. One of the ways that it looks as if they will be made examples of will be in the formation of these grand juries in a little different way now than it has been in the past. Because you see, with these fines that you're going to explain here in just a second, that can be levied against them, gee, now all of a sudden, these grand jury members can be paid a fair wage when they're taken away from work. Would you explain that?
That is very good, very good. Very glad to mention that happened that I was called to be a grand jury in my county in San Agustin, and I went. I was accepted. I took the oath and all the process, and at the end of the day, they paid me $15.
$15.
15 $15 for 1 day work. Carl, to me that is an insult.
Of course.
And that is trying to discourage to the people to be grand jurors.
Correct.
You cannot feed your family with $15 a day. And that's one thing that we will try.
So why would anybody in their right mind want to take their time and deliberate properly when they know that they are losing their shirt by being there, when they're in fact trying to do their duty as citizens, but at the same time, what is the term? They're being, the authorities are guilty of, what is it, peonage?
Will not you be thinking about how I'm going to pay my bill?
Yeah.
Instead concentrating in the case, or I need to hurry up, or I will try to, just get as fast as I can and go back to protect my family. One thing that we would like to do in the grand jury, and we have the channel to do it, and we are working on it, is that we have benefactors that they have been, in this case of abuse, and they want to donate the funds so we can pay $250 an hour.
Or
Which is the same.
Is it the same as what the attorneys, prosecuting attorneys are getting, the judge is getting?
The equal protection of the law.
Who's more important in this equation? Is it the judge?
It's the grand jury.
Yeah.
But no, it's the judge says, you got to do what I say.
Just us.
That's what we got to tell. No, sir.
Yeah, just us.
We, the people, are the boss. The grand jury has the duty to release or to incarcerate according to justice. Not looking for money, not looking if you are poor or rich. But that person needs to be paid fairly. If a judge and a lawyer are getting $250, the grand jury too. And we are working hard for that.
That seems only appropriate. Now, today, I want to stop this interview and we'll pick it up again tomorrow. But folks, this is infinitely more serious than anybody has been giving it credit so far. We must come together. We must bond together. And we must work towards the goal, because the grand jury system, the way it is currently structured, is corrupt because it is being controlled by the judges and by the DA, by the clerk of court, and by the attorneys themselves, both on the plaintiff side and the defendant side. Folks, if you want any sense of justice in this world at all, in this country, it's going to be up to you to take it back, because they're not going to give it back. Here's how we take it back. Yeah. And we also make it infinitely more reasonable to do so by paying the proper wage for someone to spend their time racking their brains and putting their psyches in dire danger because of all of the intricate and infinitely complicated instances of life and death that go before a grand jury. Mm-hmm. This is not a simple matter of a traffic ticket. You know, we're talking about capital crimes. And people who are accused of those capital crimes must be given and afforded every reasonable doubt that there is in the law. They must be given truth. They must be given the grand jury must be given both sides of the case, not just one.
Sentence from the peers. That's all, you know. Not one person, not one judge or 9 judges. Must be from sentence from the peers, not member of the government, not public elected or appointed officials.
Okay.
You know, gotta be people like you and I.
Okay.
You know.
We're going to have to cut this one short because both of us have to wake up early in the morning and be at that radio station and feed them some donuts. But this radio station covers the Nebraska area, and they are very interested and very much want to get the message out there, which we are very grateful to have. And I see good things happening. Joaquin, I want to thank you for being part of this tonight and for all the hard work that you've done here. It's been incredible to watch you do it. A little aggravating at times, but always incredible to watch you do the work you're doing.
Just your mirror. What you are seeing me is my reflection of what you are doing, Carl. You are doing an excellent job.
I hope that we can continue to be this kind of teamwork in the future and bring more and more people onto the idea that, folks, it's up to you, it's up to me. We can point you in the direction, but what's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Folks, you better start drinking freedom. The drink of freedom is very, very, very good.
I like it. Thank you very much.
Good night, Joaquin.